Well, everyone, I'm Roger here at the August 2023 Rudder Workshop, and I'm here with Madison, and she's kind of a local girl, and going to be a junior in high school, and she's very interested in aviation, so she decided to come to her Zenith and try to the Rudder Workshop. We're getting ready to do a demo flight. She's been in a Cessna, but never in a smaller plane than a Cessna, so
Caution.
She's all excited. Right, Madison?
Yes.
And Madison, part of her family was a local legend instructor, Howard Weirman, which taught a lot of us how to fly, so she's part of that family, so it's quite interesting that she's trying to follow those footsteps. Madison, we're in the 750 Cruzer. This is our high wing. As you notice, the STOL airplanes has the slats on it for short takeoff and landing. This doesn't, so it does have a little better cruise speed than the STOLs. We've got the UL Power 350i in it, which is it's a Belgium engine, air-cooled direct drive. It's 118 horse. This aircraft, you can put anything from 100 horse to 160 horse. Most customers either put in UL Power, Rotax, Continental, Viking. Viking's an aircraft engine which is a Honda base. Corvair engine, which is a lot of customers build their own engine up from that. And then a few customers put in, some, like Homies or Continentals too. I think I might have mentioned it. So there's a wide range of engines that you can install. Well, we're going to come down here at the end of the runway, and we're going to do a run-up, check all our engine temperatures, and check our ignition, and we'll take off. Okay, we're going to do a run up here. Aircraft are unique. They're redundant in almost all systems, so you can check everything. If one fails, then you have backup. Check the ignition controls clear and free. Flaps are up. And we got a backup fuel pump. We're going to have that on for takeoff. And temperatures are fine. We've just been running it. Fuel, let's turn it on the fullest tank. Doors locked, secure, seatbelts. Ready to go, Madison? All right. And we're just going to do a normal takeoff fly out and do some turns, slow flight, let you fly it if you'd like, and come back in and do a nice landing. Mexico traffic, experimental 750 Zulu Whiskey is going to be departing runway 24 via local flight for Mexico. All right, we're getting past these runway in lights. He's in the power. And a 750 Cruzer, it's a little unique. You don't need full power. It's got a lot of horsepower for the aerodynamics. So I've got about half power, 3/4 power there. And then she lifts right on off. And I even bring it back just a little bit. Got excellent visibility. That's the nice thing about the Cruzer. The avionics we have is called the Dynon HDX screen. All glass, got all my airspeed flight instruments, GPS, and engine gauges. A little different than what I used to learn how to fly in. What do you think of the bubble doors, the visibility, like a helicopter?
Yeah, it's really nice.
And when we're at altitude, turn off the fuel pump. Madison, you're here at the Rudder Workshop. Explain a little bit, or tell me what you're thinking of the Rudder Workshop, or what you expected when you first thing this morning till now. What have you thought?
Well, when I first came, I didn't really know much about it. I mean, my mom told me, she was like, "Hey, you've been invited to go to this workshop where they're basically building these planes," and I was like, "Oh, cool." So I wasn't given a ton of information. I didn't really know what I was doing or where I was going.
Just thrown in the dark there a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. So I came and I met Mr. Hines, and he introduced me to Charles, and we've been working together all morning, and
Okay.
I've really enjoyed it.
Okay, and Charles is your helper. You're helping build the rudder. And so now you know what a cleco is, and cleco
Yeah.
pliers, and rivets, and
Yes.
good. Well, building the rest of the airplane is basically just what you're doing today. Now the forward visibility, you've got a lot of forward visibility. Nose is down quite a bit. Let me do a turn to the left. Another nice trademark, Chris Hines, the designer, is you can see over the top of the wing. See that?
Oh, yeah.
You're flying that Cessna Span can, you just can't do that.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot different.
Yes, it is. And we'll turn it back to the south, 180 degrees. This is nice.
Yeah.
There we go, now we roll out. Go ahead, put your hand right there. So you pull back a little bit, go up, down, and I don't know if you've ever felt the controls or anything, so, but yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna keep my hand here too, just in case. Lower the nose just a little bit. There you go. There you go, a little bit more. Now this aircraft, the nose is quite a bit down in level flight. Go ahead and do it to the left. Nose down just a little bit. There you go. Very good. Oh, you're doing excellent. Excellent. Oh, you're really doing well now. Well, aviation is a very fun career. The community is like a family. The whole, they'll roll out on the heading. There you go. So it's a really fun career to get into, no matter if you're air traffic control, airlines, maintenance, or yeah, anything like that. Okay, I've got it. Well, hopefully you'll find your calling and know what you want to do.
I've been trying to get experience in different things, and it just to see like what I would be interested in.
Right. So far, what do you think so far? What are you interested in aviation?
I like building and I like flying.
Okay. Okay. Yep, start flying, and you'll probably have to go to, what, Spirit probably is the closest place?
I'm not sure.
Yep. All right, well, we'll head back and so we can finish the rudder. Oh, I want to take a picture of us. right, thank you. And we'll set up for a nice downwind and approach to 24. That's our airspeed.
Yeah.
Altimeter, we're 822 feet above sea level in Mexico. That's just our compass, our ball. PSI, vertical speed. I don't know how much you know, so I'm just trying to explain. This is just our GPS, tell different airports, and this has ADS-B in and out, meaning other airplanes can see our location and we can see their location. And then these are just our engine gauges and circuit breakers and radios. Aircraft are pretty simple. They look complicated because all the switches and everything.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things it's so redundant, or it makes it look more complicated than it is.
I was definitely a little nerve-wracked the first time I got into a plane.
Right.
I was in a Cessna for my first discovery flight, and switches everywhere,
Right.
and it was just like, I'm not sure how I'm ever going to learn all of this.
Oh, you will.
But then I've flown several times with my uncle since then, and it's not as complicated
No.
as...
No.
And Mexico traffic, Experimental 750 Zulu Whiskey is on the left downwind for runway 24 Mexico.
And since this is an untowered airport, we're just doing a courtesy call to let everybody know what we're doing, where we're going. And everybody has the same procedure too. What we're going to do is beam the numbers. We're going to bring back power. We're going to bleed off our airspeed so we can put a little bit of flaps in. As we have a certain speed, we can only deploy the flaps. And we deploy the flaps just a few degrees. And I don't need to trim it. We're going to maintain this descent. And then we're going to turn the next leg. It's called our base leg.
Mexico traffic, Experimental 750 Zulu Whiskey is turning left base for 24 Mexico.
That's just letting everybody know our location. It's a fairly simple system to be able to come in and get out of airports. It's until you do it a few times, it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
Everything's looking well.
Mexico traffic, Experimental 750 Zulu Whiskey is going to be turning final for 24 Mexico.
And we're deploying the rest of the flaps. Rest of our flaps are down. Gonna get lined up here on the runway. And our approach is, we're in the low 50s right now. Looking to land very slow. Try to maintain that center line. Back the stick. Let the nose come down when you get really slow. There we go. What'd you think?
That was fun.
Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed your flight, and more than anything, I hope you enjoyed the building.
I did.
All right, now we have to get back to work, right?
Yep.